Okay. Um, back again, back again. Okay, who's all in here with me right now? I got two people watching right now. Make that three. Chat room is open. As promised, as I told you, as I said before, so I'm gonna keep my word on top of this. Okay, three, two watching right now. I don't know if they're trolls or whatever. It probably is. I wouldn't be surprised. Um, let's just go ahead and get this popping right now as we wait to get some other people in here. So, tonight this is the narrator. Once again, I'm doing this as a special tonight. So, this is like addressed to my people for violence and stuff. You know, Islam to everybody. Hotep, Shalom. What up? So, let's go ahead and get this popping right now. Make sure I'm live on here, loud and clear. Right. Okay. Trying to see who's all involved in here right now. I don't see nobody popping in the chat room. I don't know what's going on. Uh, okay, it's five watching now. Make it four. Hmm. But the thing I wanted to talk about this like this because earlier from the live stream I did this afternoon, um, a couple of my subs wanted me to do a live stream regarding when it comes down to tech. And my thing is like this. Oh, TJ, what's good, brother? What's good? I don't know if you could probably hear me loud and clear. Like I said, though, I got to see it every time, though, to make sure this thing working. Shoot. Sister Wiseman. That's who I was waiting for. That's here, as promised. As promised. Okay, I got a couple people here. The two main ones. Um, Dog Void is here. Okay, good, good, good. Now we can go ahead and just get this thing started right now. Now, from earlier today in the live stream I had, I think no, TJ, you wasn't there. Um, I think King was saying like when it came down to the technology, when it came down to the phones, like he was saying, Annie K, okay, my troll sniper's here. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Because see what we gonna discuss today, like about what's hot in the mobile handset game. In case you're talking about like mobile phones, please excuse this damn fire alarm because I'm about to rip it from the damn ceiling. In the mobile tech game for 2018 and what you can get from what you can use right now from a year ago if you on a budget and try to go ahead and save some money, whether it's you like Android or whether you like iOS, which are right now the two dominant mobile device platforms out there. Mobile device platform or operating systems out there, or OS as I want to call it. He was saying that he got caught up in this, saying like how they removing he was removing the silver tape from the battery, because at the same time he had, I think he was assuming the Galaxy S4s and other Samsung devices back then, how they had a chip in there to use that to track you and so on and so forth. As I was bringing up like the tracking thing, and I said, y'all fall for that. First thing first, number one, that's nobody is tracking you, nobody is listening in on that. You just disable the NFC perform chip that's embedded in all these handsets. They've been embedded in them since 2011. NFC standing for near field communication, and plus on top of that, you also not in doing that, you also deduce the warranty too on the battery. Therefore, you putting yourself health wise in danger when it comes to that. which is one of the reasons why Samsung has decided to go ahead and permanently encase their batteries. Um, okay, Victor, I see you here. Permanently encase their batteries in inside their handsets now. No more removable batteries. Removable batteries aren't coming back, so you got to go ahead and get used to it. You know, and personally, I don't have a problem with that. You know, but the thing on about this, let's get on to like some of the hottest handsets in the game in 2018 and on beyond. Like right now, still hot. If you got Android, well, ain't no doubt Samsung dominates that because Samsung is Android, Android is Samsung. Yes, you got LG. Yes, you got HTC, Huawei, Motorola, Sony, and all of them, but they're not really much for major players. But my recommendation, if you got an Android phone, I mean, to me, Samsung is the way to go because the reason why I say that is because they make all type of handsets that accommodates everybody's budget, whether it's the A class or the S class, which is top of the line, like the Galaxy S6, the 6 Edge, the S6 Edge Plus, on to now to the S8, S7, S7 Edge, the Active series, the S8, S8 Plus, the Note series, and stuff like that. Since 2014, and we're 2018, so you've been had it for 4 years. Shoot. So, and see, these handsets also, I'm glad Victor brought that up because these handsets, they only have like a 24-month life shelf. After that, pretty soon the support starts to wane for them. And then, you have to go ahead and upgrade. And it's kind of better too because you know why? With technology evolving every 90 to 120 days, they're putting faster processors in there. They're putting more RAM in there, more storage, micro SD cards. Fair argument. iPhones have better cameras. I would disagree because, like me, I never owned an iPhone, and trust me, I took pictures with iPhone, and it's not what they make it out to be, except for the current one right now. Like I say, maybe like the iPhone 8 and the 8 Plus, they stepped that up on the current ones, but the previous ones, Samsung got it beat. Samsung got it beat, no doubt about that. That's the thing about with that though. And see, like with Apple just playing catch up. And a lot of people want to go ahead and get the iPhones and stuff simply because the fact of the matter that Apple and Samsung, both of them have their marketing. But my thing is like this: um, people want to get iPhones because they see the celebrities have them. The entertainers, the athletes. So Westwood, what's going on, brother? What's going on? TJ, you had yours for a couple of years, but you still good though. You still good. No. What I was going to say. But that's out there now on the Android platform is no doubt is the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. Sal, what's up? What's up, brother? What's going on? Yeah, so I promised Sister Wiseman I said I was going to do this one, and I'm kind of glad I am. I'm glad I'm doing this. So I'm trying to give everybody a little knowledge of the game or the hottest handsets that you can get right now within your budget. At the same time, also you can use apps that you can use to ensure your privacy, because I think that's more important. Because the fact of the matter that we living in an era right now where where everybody, you got establishments, government just trying to invade and peeking in everybody's privacy and all that stuff, and that includes whether it's your texts, your emails, and a lot of other stuff. That including the social media too as well. I got a list of apps that you can use right now on either platform that can ensure that. Like my recommendation, I know Sister Wiseman take notes, so if you got a pen and paper next to you, take notes. For your emails, I highly recommend, a lot of people use Gmail or probably use the email client that's on their smartphone or their tablet, on their PC. My thing, MC Lit, Sister Lit, how you doing? Welcome back. My recommendation for your emails, use Proton Mail. That's what I use. Proton Mail is encrypted. It's encrypted. They have all their servers over there in Switzerland and all that to ensure your privacy and stuff. And it's a two-step to go ahead and do that. So like all my emails I send now, only time I use Gmail unless I needed to access YouTube or maybe Google Plus or Hangouts or whatever like that, because all that's owned by Google. Google and YouTube in bed with each other. But that's about it. Everything else I use Proton Mail for it. Text messages, a lot of y'all like to use the standard messaging. I'm gonna get to the handset thing for a while too. A lot of y'all like to use the standard messaging app that come pre-installed on there. A recommendation, I suggest you use Signal. Some people often use WhatsApp or some people use Hangouts. But keep in mind, WhatsApp's, yes, encrypted, owned by Facebook, just like Instagram, or should I call it Fedbook. But my recommendation, use Signal. Signal is the best for that. They keep all your emails encrypted. And if you text messages, SMS encrypted. Proton, yes, TJ, that's how you spell it. Proton Mail. Now you can open up as many accounts as you want, like on the free one, but if you want the Proton Mail Plus, you can open up to at least like 4 or 5 email accounts. You just gonna have to pay a little fee, but it's very much well worth it. Because a lot of the stuff that I know of right now, yes, Sister Wiseman, Signal. And Signal assures it encrypts all your text messages, as well as it encrypts your voice calls too. You can make phone calls across on Signal. Now, if the other party and all that stuff, they got Signal, that's even a lot more better. Your calls and your text messages will be encrypted. Because it's not just government. You also, because half the time these government officials often hire hackers from the streets and all that to try to tap in that junk. So you got to be real smart on that. Diva Queen Lopez, she's here. Sister Lopez, I hope you got your pen and your paper ready, or if y'all got a Galaxy Note nearby you, or iPad Pro, write down and take notes. For emails, to keep y'all emails encrypted, use Proton Mail. For your SMS, text messages, Signal. Now, the cloud thing, that's what's popping right now. Everybody got iCloud or whatever for the store and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't know nothing about the cloud too tough. I mean, I was newbie to that too, because like when it comes to taking photos and all this stuff, and you want to back them up in a cloud app, what's the most popular one everybody get? Dropbox. Dropbox is great. I mean, it's good at that time. It gives you like 50 gigabytes for 2 years. But here's the thing. Dropbox is not safe. It's not secure. My recommendation, you can use OneDrive. OneDrive, reason why I know that's owned by Microsoft, but it can be used on both Android and iOS. And see, Microsoft, I'm assuming they're moving all of their servers overseas and stuff like that. So therefore, in case of a government takeover. So that's another thing like with them. OneDrive is one. You know, they even got they give you like, I think like on most apps they give you like 100 gigs free, gigabytes of storage free, and then you can up it up to 1 terabyte, but you have to subscribe to that and all that stuff. And that's the thing about with that. Or better yet, you could do like I did. If you got home internet, Wi-Fi at home, wireless internet at home, like say Xfinity or Cox or Spectrum or whatever, and buy you a my cloud device, which is, yes, OneDrive give you like at least 100 gigs or maybe 200 gigs, if I'm not mistaken, for free. Yeah, Dropbox only gonna give you 50 gigs free for 2 years. After that, then they want you to upgrade. And Dropbox isn't safe. I know I got Dropbox and my stuff is already filled up out there. That's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna repeat everything again. Since Lopez, don't worry about it. OneDrive is one, and then it's another one. This was highly recommended by Edward Snowden. Now, in case y'all don't know who Edward Snowden is, he's the NSA whistleblower who got out there and said that how the NSA is using devices and all this to try to spy on normal people. He even said don't even use an iPhone. Because look, I'll be honest with you, we all know all these stuff is tracking devices, but iPhones can never be trusted. Because like, look, Apple is in bed with the government. Let's just keep it 100 when it comes to that. You know, Samsung and the other one, which have to be Korean based, they're not trying to do that. You know, but Edward Snowden also said, yeah, Dropbox. I would not. Dropbox is all, you know, you have it on there, but they're only gonna give you 50 gigs for 2 years free, and it's not secure. I'll use OneDrive to back up all my stuff. Or like I said, like I was saying before, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop topic. If you got home internet and you got a Wi-Fi router, I recommend go to Best Buy or go on Amazon and order you the WD Western Digital WD My Cloud. That's your own personal cloud storage device. You know, it's called My Cloud NAS, Network Attached Storage. It's real easy to do. I mean, you know, you get up, it starts off the cheapest one. Hold on 1 second. Let me give you the prices for it. Excuse me. This calculator's like 11:11 on Eastern Seaboard here. Okay, if you got Amazon, yeah, Dropbox happens to be in the Play Store, or it's in the App Store if you got Apple. I know Diva Queen. Yeah, they're gonna have unlimited access to your camera when you give them permission, and that's another thing. You know, it's up to the owners of their phone or their handsets which apps that y'all like to give permission to. You the type that like to take pictures a lot, and all that. Shadow Assassin, what's good, brother? And you know, and you like to post it like on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all that. That's different, you know. So, but the My Cloud, like Amazon or Best Buy, you can get it from there. They the lowest one starts like at 2 terabytes, and then you get it goes all the way up to 6 terabytes. It's a lot of money. I went and purchased. I got a couple years ago. I went and got it. Went and got the I got 4 terabytes on mine. So all my photos, videos, music is all stored and backed up on there, and it's encrypted because it's NASA approved. Exactly. All the apps are gonna ask for permissions. If you don't accept, you can't use it. But my thing is, Shadow, is like this. It's these are apps that I recommend and device I recommend that that ensure that keep everything encrypted. Proton Mail and Signal are two of them to start it from. That's the thing when it comes down to that. Now, as far as the camera part, you ain't gonna do too much with that though. So the stuff the things I'm telling you, I'm not saying this to scare you or nothing like that, but just to go ahead and keep your guard up. Proton Mail, that's exactly how you spell it. That's exactly how you spell it. But the other one, if you just want the other app, my recommendation, Edward Snowden say Spider Oak is a lot more better. Spider Oak has 3 levels of security for cloud storage, for a cloud storage app. Now, when you download it, they're just gonna give you like 2 gigs of storage free, but then you got plans and stuff. To recommend, I say get the 250 gig one for $5 a month. You know, um, yeah, it may cost. You may pay a little bit. $5 ain't nothing, but it's worth it though. Everything you got in the cloud is secure. It's not going to leak out like an iCloud would. So OneDrive and Spider Oak are two I would highly recommend for cloud storage apps. Now, for search engines, don't use Google. Don't use Yahoo. Google, like I said, or should I call them Scroogle? They track everything because Google is like Apple. They don't make any hardware software. Google is so good and dangerous. It's because Spider Oak, yeah, is that they even track your algorithms and stuff. I found this out like years ago. Like I said, they knew everything, almost everything about me. They even know when my birthday was and all this stuff. I'm looking like Red Day, you know. So I don't even use neither one of them. So I use DuckDuckGo for my search engine, and they don't report your privacy. Because thing with Google, because remember when I told y'all that Google, Facebook, and YouTube, all of their headquarters is located in the same location. That's in Mountain View, California. And all 3 of their headquarters have FBI offices inside of them. So that's something to have you think about and stuff like that. Because the thing about it, with those apps I recommend, it gives you like a peace of mind. Because look, smartphone these days. And everybody like myself, they love technology. They like the newest stuff, what happened, what's out. You know what I'm saying? It's what's hot, it's what's happening. And here's another thing too. If you got the Android devices and stuff, my recommendation, disable and uninstall all the Google apps that come pre-installed, except for Play services, because you need that one to operate the access the Play Store so you can get apps out of them. I wouldn't put it past them, Westwood. I wouldn't put it past them. I wouldn't put it past them. But play services, and I know some of y'all like to use Google Maps, but you know, like I say, to each their own. I mean, you got another alternative called Here Maps, Here We Go Maps, which is used to be by Nokia, but Samsung bought them out. And the thing is, they don't. The reason why I say, because a lot of them Google apps, they suck up a lot of RAM, they suck up a lot of battery use on your phones and running in the background, and it kills it. It's a data hog, you know. And see, if you got a Samsung Galaxy like I got, I'd rather use Samsung's apps, Galaxy apps from their Galaxy App Store. Reason why? It's more anything that Google got, Samsung got it better. And on top of that, they never crash. It's called Here We Go Maps. You know, HEREWEGO. Yeah. Like the Play Music, Play Magazine, Google Chrome. Right now I'm using Hangouts on here and stuff, but sometimes I disable that shit. Referring with that in terms of monitoring your online activity and why it dropped. Elaborate on that, Westwood. You know. No, that's true. Apple don't even use their own screens. They don't use their own screens now because, you know, for the iPhone 10, a lot of people don't even know this. Um, they paid Samsung. The big connection investments went down. I can't even comment on that. I can't comment on it because I don't know the full story behind that one though. But I definitely am looking into it to somebody I know who's more of an expert on it than I am. But the South Truth question: Apple's paid Samsung $2.8 billion for them to buy 160 million of AMOLED screens from Samsung, just so that's what's running on the iPhone 10. And in case anybody doesn't know this, and I said this so many times, even to some of these Apple sheeps, that's even at work with me, that figure that they got the best thing smoking. Well, I hate to burst your bubble. 45% of the components that's in the iPhone came from Samsung. Apple is like Google. They don't make their own hardware nor software. They have to go and outsource. Samsung has never did that. Samsung has stood on their own 2 feet since the 1930s, a quarter of a century ago, when they started out by selling nothing but fish and vegetables, to becoming the tech titan that they are now. And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of people just don't realize how powerful Samsung is. Samsung even has their own military. Yes, they own military. They have government contracts with nations around the globe. Like that, the tallest building in the world is in Malaysia, in the capital of Malaysia. Samsung built that. Okay. Even here in the corporation known as United States, the U.S. Department of Defense even rate their Knox security as the best for them, which is mostly run on anybody that's got a Galaxy phone. You know, Samsung, is one of the things about it, man. Apple, everybody thinking the average Apple person think, oh, Apple's scared of Samsung. Samsung look at them like it's dust off their shoulders. Remember in 2012 when Apple was calling itself suing Samsung for no, they're serious, assassin. Samsung got an army. They have their own military. They have their own military. A lot of people don't know how powerful, how big they are. And on top of that, they're also big like in Africa too. And one of the things I seen, they're helping out a lot of our brothers and sisters over there. It's a reason why the Koreans are over there, because the hospitals and stuff, the hospital machines, the machines they got in the hospitals over there and stuff like that, and everywhere else came from Samsung. You know, planting organic gardens, all this stuff like that. Because they do all this, but yet though at the same time, they still keep their feet planted firmly to the ground. Exactly. It's more to Samsung than just mobile phones, refrigerators, washing machines, microwaves, and TVs and home entertainment. You ask any idiot, average idiot here in America who think they know, they think that's all Samsung does. And they're very much in the dark and stuff. I make it my business to go ahead and do a lot of research and homework to come across all forms of knowledge, even if it sounds obscure and to some people who think they're smarter than everybody else, insane and crazy. When you just use your eyes and ears and be receptive of logic and common sense and critical thinking. And see, Apple is not really, avatars on the iPhone 10. Yeah, very familiar with that. You know, the Apple logo, for instance. Yeah. It's got a biblical relation to that. Because if Apple was supposed to be so great, then why in the world is the iPhone 10 trying to look so much like a Galaxy S8? You know, and some people still buying it though. But I just refuse to go ahead and can't see myself paying $1,000 out the box for something that's when you can get a lot more for S8 or S8 Plus that costs a fraction less than $1,000. $1,000 basically for a 64 gig, and if you buy the 256 gig, it's about damn near $1,300. So, you know, like I said, but then again, like I say, to each their own. If you got an iPhone or whatever like that, because look what's going on right now. They just started getting into wireless charging. Something Samsung and other OEMs, LG, HTC, Huawei, which is from China, they've been doing that for years. Android's been doing that for years. Same thing like with NFC. Yeah, the iPhone 4. Ooh, that's an old one. You know, but like I say, once again, everybody just bought into the hype. They want to be part of the elite. You know, and you should see some of the attitudes of some people that basically got Apple products. I had one guy so arrogant. You know, he talks about, oh, well, you know, I got iPhone 8 Plus. It goes right along with my iMac and my MacBook Pro and my iPad Pro. I'm just like rolling my eyes. Oh God, Jesus, I tell you. You know, and boast about like how he never gets no viruses and all this other stuff. The people of it's the iPhone Android wars and all that stuff. I just told him I never heard of nobody with an Android phone having an issue with their phone. I mean, shoot, if it was apps, they just update them and that's that. You know, but either way, those two, the iPhone 10, the iPhone 8, the 8 Plus, I mean, I still wouldn't get it. I mean, you would be better off, I'm gonna be honest with you, you'd be better off getting you a Galaxy S7 or S7 Edge, which is still running great, and get more use out of that than an iPhone 10. Or if you just the Apple aficionado, then you might as well just stay stuck and just stay with an iPhone 7 or 7 Plus, because you know what? Nothing has changed much. In fact, Apple has already announced, they say they're not even going to make no more iPhone 10s. They say that's just going to be a one-hit wonder. That's the thing about with that. Because, like I say, it hurts me to see anybody with it, because you guys actually paid $1,000 for what? I mean, yes, I know if you bought it from your carriers, that thanks to T-Mobile, now they got those plans where you got the way now you can just go ahead, depending on your credit, that you can just put a down payment on there, and then every time you pay your bill, you're just paying the phone off, which is good, which is all right. And then they put the deals in where you can upgrade and stuff like that. But the other three, Verizon, AT&T, Sprint, basically ain't got the science down like T-Mobile has. And you know, that's true, Sal. Yeah, they act like this shit don't stick and irritating to talk to. Yeah, I mean, half the time, man, you know, I'm not even gonna lie. Some of the cats at my job, I be wanting to go ahead and punch them out, you know. But you know, because you trying to show them, you trying to talk to them about something, trying to educate them on something. Because like, look what's been going on. They've been having more problems with their handsets. That's anything like that. $1,000, you carrying around a payment of a condo in your pocket. But at the same time, you know, you're not Snoop Dogg, you're not Kim Kardashian, you're not Kanye West, you're not or Chris Brown or Rihanna or somebody or Kevin Durant or somebody. You know, people got to start learning. We got to start learning how to go ahead and educate ourselves. When it comes down to these handsets, you got handsets out there that are still good. You know, Victor said like he had a Galaxy S4 for 4 years and it's still running good. Now I know sooner or later he's gonna have to come to terms and have to upgrade. Not upgrade to a new one, or maybe something that's still good within the year, within this time period now. You know, to try to save you some money. And see, this is why I say Samsung has got Apple beat, because they make handsets to accommodate everybody's budget. We know the top tier handsets are the S line, the Galaxy S's, and the Galaxy Notes. Then you going down to the mid tiers like the Galaxy J or the Galaxy A phones and stuff like that, mid to low tier. Those phones costing like $200 to $400, but the quality on it is good. Right now, they just announced Galaxy A9 and an A9 Plus. I mean, that you can use anywhere, whether here it's in the Americas or anywhere else, no problem. But the fact that Samsung make their quality, making the premium quality built to last is outstanding. And they started doing that since 2014. Okay, 2014 was the game changer for them. Due thanks to the Galaxy Alpha, they started integrating metal and then glass with it. Well, in 2014, they integrated metal. You know, and then like in 2015, they integrated the glass with the metal. And then what you got right now is basically some of the most beautiful handsets you have. You know? But this is my thing with it though. You have to sit and ask yourself, I mean, if you're gonna get these handsets, or you're gonna use Galaxy Notes since they first came out in 2011. I mean, I didn't brought the original one. I had the Note 2, 3, 4, 5, briefly the 7, and now I got the 8. And my thing is, I like to write a lot. I like to cut and paste. I like to do a lot of stuff on there and stuff. Plus, it's a common, I could be able to sign documents on the go and all that stuff with the S Pen. Plus, the huge screens, things like that. But the point of the matter is, it's like this. The realization is we coming into an era where smartphones are going to be costing somewhere between $850 to almost $1,000. And I'm a type that always say, you want the best, you gotta pay to play. That's just how it go. But like I said, everybody's budget is different. And if you're the type that just want a smartphone, you just want to send, receive calls, texts, video chat, take pictures, Facebook, and browse the internet, then I suggest get something between the $300-400 one that would be good quality, built to last. Like, you can still get your S7 or S7 Edge. Hell, if you're a Note person, you could probably get you a Note 5. Only difference is Note 5 ain't gonna have no micro SD card slot in there for you to expand your memory. That's the only drawback. I had that phone. I loved it. I loved it. So right now, the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, the iPhone 10, Galaxy S8, Galaxy S8 Plus, the Galaxy S8 Active, which has a 5,000 milliamp battery, I do believe, or 4,001 milliamp battery, which is rugged, and you got the Galaxy Note 8. But in February 26th of next month of this year, Samsung will be introducing the Galaxy S9 and the S9 Plus. And March 1st, they will start doing the pre-orders. March 15th, they'll be, I believe they'll be available to the carriers. But February 26th, they're definitely going to have the unveiling at the Mobile World Congress, and that's going to be, I don't know if it's going to be in Barcelona or back in New York like it was last year. But I'm betting my money it's going to be in New York. Oh, Chijoki, what's going on? What's going on? Let me just bring you up to speed. I'm doing this special live stream because yeah, exactly. That's going to be because we're talking about about the devices that are hot in the mobile handset game of this year, and apps that you can use to ensure your privacy, and then most importantly, like how we as a people can use it to our economic advantage. And also want to get out there and later to talk about the dangers of the radiation when you have these devices and stuff, and why you need balance pertaining to nature. Because things about it, because like I said, with technology evolving, and now we like in the era of 4G, now we about to get ready to come into 5G from these carriers, because all these carriers now are once again upgrading their towers, they're upgrading their networks that have that 5G speed. So now it's a full attack on our bodies too as well. Because I came across a video, a video was sent to me by a good friend of mine. You should see, can't hide your IP address. Yes, you can, Shadow. Mine is hidden right now. Yeah. You can use like a VPN, which VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. I use that all the time. I use it even on a mobile device. You can use it when you're online. Whether you're online on Wi-Fi or not. My recommendation for that, the best one you can use is two of the best ones. Is PIA, which is private internet access, and then you got the other one, which is ExpressVPN. You know, VPN, virtual private network. Two of the best ones. I'm gonna just type it in there for y'all. Use a VPN. VPN does, see, that's your own personal network right there. Because I mean, even on your PC, think about it. Yes, you have a firewall. Yes, you have internet security system. That's fine. But to keep people from going ahead and tracking you, or somebody may want to try to hack your thing and get your IP address, which is by your internet provider and stuff. You want to keep that masked at all times. Yeah, you may have a password on your Wi-Fi router, but still though, you still open up to a lot of stuff. And on top of that, you might want to be doing something private. You don't need to be having nobody all up in your business. So get you like a VPN, and I just labeled two of the best ones. The first one to me is the best. Private internet access. You can download it on your app store. If you got an iPhone, you got iOS, and it's in the Play Store too. And you know, and you just pay like $6 a month. $6 a month, and you good. Because what it does, once you be on there, you can say that, okay, like say you in wherever you at now, and you can go ahead and choose whatever part of the world you want to be in, or whatever part of the United States that you want to be in. And that it masks your IP address, because the IP address gonna show is the one from the VPN, because people think that you're really there, but you're not. In other words, it makes you invisible online. You know, so now you can go ahead and do your thing freely. So I highly recommend that VPN, virtual private network. Do that. It masks your IP. It masks your IP address. The reason why I said that, I seen a story where this lady here had trolled a black woman and her daughter, talking all type of shit, how she was gonna do that. Now the sister ain't said nothing. All she did was looked up her IP address and got her information on it, even knew where she worked at. And she popped up there to her job and whooped her ass. That's how serious it gets. But then again, like I say, trolls are stupid. So what you expect? So let me just recap the apps that you can use for Jajoki. To encrypt your emails, use Proton Mail. For your SMSs and texts, use Signal. That's what I got. For cloud apps, I know a lot of people often use Dropbox, but don't use Dropbox. Dropbox is not secure. Use OneDrive from Microsoft or Spider Oak. I recommend the latter in Spider Oak. You know, Spider Oak give you like 2 gigs free, but if you want, you could get 250 gigs for $5 a month. Brother Nubian, what's going on? No, of course it's not private from the law. You ain't doing nothing illegal or nothing like that. You shouldn't have nothing to worry about. I'm saying I'm recommending all this just to keep other fools about your business. You know, that's my thing with that, because it's trying to protect everybody, because our freedoms and our liberties that happen to be in jeopardy on a daily basis. And this was before even Trump got in there. Everybody think is in danger because Trump in there. Trump ain't got nothing to do with this. This junk was going on when Obama was in office. you know, because like I say, I'm not doing illegal, but at the same time, I like what I do on that is my business and our business alone. I don't need nobody else coming in because this is the time of season right now where you got idiots up here hacking people's stuff and everything like that. Case in point, I just had a call from my woman, and she just told me that somebody had hacked her card and tried to use Lyft in San Francisco, and she's here in Miami. So this is how serious it get. Because I'm saying because it's right now. I call it it's um shoot. I call it W2 season right now because you got all these cats out here trying to run these little scams and stuff like that, and they're doing any and everything necessary. The turbo tax thing, very big down here in South Florida, you know. So this also protects your identity too. Because VPN definitely goes here and it masks your IP address. And see, also at the same time, you know, we can utilize a lot of these apps that you probably find in there too to our advantage for economic purposes as well. I've come across plenty of legitimate ones, not just search engine, TJ. Search engine. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Showing up there. And yeah, and for search engine, do not use Google Now. Do not use Yahoo. Do not even use what's the other one? Bing. DuckDuckGo is your search engine you use. I highly recommend that. They don't track. They don't report your privacy. They do not track you. Okay. Now it's the same thing. Um, it's the same thing if you're on your PC. Um, Internet Explorer is gone. I think Microsoft replaced that with Microsoft Edge, so they say. But I use Firefox, but don't use Chrome. Don't use Chrome. Yeah, another Nubian know what I'm talking about. Yeah, DuckDuckGo, I highly recommend using that. It's just as precise as any of them other search engines. So that's I have no problem with that. Because and another thing too, when y'all go on your phones, whether it's on Facebook or whether it's on that, it's just like what the brother was saying. See, look what happened to MC Lit. They hacked her bank. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So what you got to do, just report it. They put a freeze on that card. They send you a new one. Also, when you on your mobile doing your transactions, change your password. I change my password every time. No, never use the same password because these smartphones, they'll lock it right down with the keystrokes and memory and stuff like that. So you got to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? And make sure, yeah, that's that damn smoke alarm chirping. And I'm like, I'm about 2 seconds away from ripping that sucker out of there, man. So I apologize for that. See, start it again. I apologize for that. I've already told the landlord. I said, yo, y'all got to do something about that because that thing gave me a freaking headache when I was sleeping last night, chirping like that. You know, should be doing that when it's smoke in there. But just try to ignore it and stuff like that. Yeah. How often you should switch it up, your password? Um, every 2 to 3 weeks. That's my recommendation. No, that's my recommendation. To come to that. Because anyway, like you also got apps on there too. Well, I think I ain't really dug into it, but you can also make little side income and all that other stuff on there. Yeah, the battery is low. I think the battery is low. That's what I was told several times. I got to tell my people about that. But also at the same time, as much as we love, and the same thing applies to your PCs or Macs or Android tablets, iPads, and so on and so forth. Oh, speaking of tech, Tanner does tech. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Just right on time, bro. Now, just bringing everybody to speed, so I'll bring you up to speed too. You know, we discussing about to everybody here what devices that are hot in the mobile handset game in 2018, and I think Tanner he could lay down a few of them himself. You know, I've already mentioned what's about to come out in February with the Galaxy S9, the S9 Plus, and wait a minute, did I mention that maybe well, people who may want to wait till maybe 2019 for the 10th anniversary of the Samsung Galaxy S10, which is going to have 100% edge-to-edge screen ratio? That's been heavily reported. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can pull that up. 1 minute. 1 minute. Okay, I'm back, y'all. Let's see if I can put it right in here. Y'all check out that video when y'all get the chance. And you know, we talked about Tanner. We also talked about too. Okay, if you got it, just got an X7. Okay, you still in the game, brother Nubian. Ah, and I'm sorry, I almost forgot to mention that. Thanks, Tanner, for reminding me. Yeah, it's going to be an iPhone 10 Plus coming in September, as well as the Galaxy Note 9. Now, I'm assuming iPhone 10 Plus, that's going to have like a 6.5 inch. That's going to have a 6.5 inch um, AMOLED screen. AMOLED screen once again coming from from Samsung. Oh, Sal, you just coming from a flip phone, but I'm gonna tell you something. What 2019 come, Samsung finna hit everybody in the mouth because it's just not the video the link that I posted up in the chat room just now about the S10 with that. The S9s, there's no price for them yet. They haven't been introduced yet, brother Nubian. But from what I've heard, the price tag, it might be somewhere between 800 and maybe 850. Samsung ain't gonna price them nowhere near $1,000. I know that for a fact. They're not gonna do Apple. Of course, the S7 too small because that's, I think it's like what, a 5.8, but the S9 is going to have like a 5.8 inch screen, and the S9 Plus will have a 6.2 inch screen. But if you wait around to August, the Galaxy Note 9 may have a 6.4, maybe 6.5 inch screen at that. And now look at everybody what Brother Nubian said. Now you just got your S7 for how much now? $350. That's you saving a whole lot of pocket change from buying a $1,000 iPhone that don't even do squat. And it's still, and I'm betting any amount of money, it's still in mint condition, right? Because right now the S7 is still warranty running on them. D-Song, what's going on? And still got one of the best cameras in the game. So, you know, you save yourself some money too. And the same thing like how Samsung just introduced the Galaxy A9, and the A9 Plus. They just introduced that one. They just introduced that one. Yeah, just give me 1 second. Hold on, I'm just grabbing. Really, Nubian? What's going on with T-Mobile? I think I know why. Cause I mean, I got T-Mobile got them for 6 years, so you know, no problem. But the one thing I say T-Mobile that what they need to do, I mean, because right now, as far as the handsets go, we got the looks down, we got performance, storage down, camera, all that. The only things left now with the issue with it is you got to have the battery performance and reception. And Also, it's one of the reasons why a lot of people are looking towards some of the new crop of handsets that's coming out, whether it's the S9, the S9 Plus, the iPhone 10 Plus, or the iPhone 9 or 9 Plus or whatever. Because it's going to have, because since we're going into 5G, it's going to have like the band 71 antennas in them. You know, a lot of buffering at home, huh? Yeah, that's what it is. But brother Newbie, if you got home internet, if you got Wi-Fi in there, use that. I highly recommend it. Or something like that that can extend the coverage inside. Because like T-Mobile does have the 600 megahertz spectrum that they won at the auction and walked away with a lot of licenses and stuff like that. But it's not going to be put into effect until until later on this year or next year. So like I said, everybody trying to up theirs in 5G. Now, for people who got AT&T, they ain't got no problem with that. Now, one of the carriers that are coming up and coming, and they making headway, whether you like it or not, and that's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Mobile made that deal with Verizon. And that's the reason why, like here, when Irma struck down here, I mean, I had T-Mobile, and yeah, it was in certain places that I could get it at, but not everywhere. T-Mobile and Xfinity Mobile were the only ones that were really working. Which phone you talking about? If you talking about the S7, yeah, the S7 is water resistant. It's not waterproof. It'll survive for 30 minutes underwater at 3 meters. So that's one of the things that's coming with that. Now you got some of the other players that's coming out too, but I wouldn't, LG got their they G whatever coming out, but I wouldn't recommend getting no LG phones. Some people even down here they'll get the LG phones because they see it dirt cheap, like $100 and all that. But after 2 months, they start to fizzle. And LG copies a lot of stuff off of Samsung. Huawei, mm, no comment on Huawei. Reason why none of the carriers here in the U.S. don't carry them, because that's basically they're made in China, and you already know the relations between the U.S. and China. The Pixel 3, oh, hell no. Hell no. Anything but that. I would get an iPhone before I get a Pixel 3. And don't even get me started on the Moto phones with their what they call them things. The Moto things just slap on the back of them and shit. Oh, the mods. Oh God, Jesus, that's just when it comes to the Android phones, it's Samsung hands down. LG Aristo. Is that the stylo design? But like I said, I mean, that's my personal preference, but to everybody else, to each their own and stuff like that, because when you're in this tech game and you want to get the best, you gotta get your weight up. That's just being real and stuff like that. Because few times I go at it with some of these clowns on social media that want to get out there and bash Samsung about, oh, well, Samsung run touch whiz and all this stuff. And TouchWiz is so ancient history, you know, and all this other stuff. Oh, Metro PCS. Well, yeah, Metro PCS is great, because they did that reverse merger with T-Mobile back in 2013, so that's no problem with that. Because it's a good deal though, so ain't nothing wrong with Metro PCS. Metro PCS can be reached anywhere nowadays, whether you're here in South Florida or whether you in Chicago or whether you in California. It's reached everywhere now. That's the thing about with that. But like I was saying, the apps that you can use, I was telling Tanner them about that. Um, I want to tell about that. I'm gonna go through it again. Like for emails, you use Proton Mail. For SMSs, text messages, I recommend Signal. And for your cloud storages, apps, people who want that, you can either use OneDrive or Spider Oak, just for security purposes and stuff like that. Oh, excuse me one second. Yeah. Yeah. So, hey, get it where you can get it at. Get it where you can get it at, man. Sure, no problem with me. Yeah. So get it where you can get it at. Sorry about the spelling, but like I said. But those type of apps. Oh, and for VPN, just virtual private network. Yeah, get it where you can get it at. Because on top of that, the apps I want to see where you can use it for economic advantage. I'm gonna look more into that. But I also want to inform everybody too about the dangers of radiation that emits from the devices that we love so much. You know what I'm saying? When it come down to the handsets, when it come down to the tablets, when it come down to it, because many times as many times that we get our smartphones. I know, ladies, y'all like to go ahead and get your phones and y'all like to put them in your back pockets, or some of y'all put them in your purse. You know about with that. And fellas, we like to go ahead and put our phones in our pocket, front pocket, left pocket, or right pocket, and stuff. Especially if it's burning hot after we just got through using it and stuff. And I'm guilty of that as well, because that radiation causes a lot of stuff, especially if it's around that, genitalia area and everything. So, you got to go ahead, we got to go ahead and start being mindful of that and being careful of that. Mindful of that and being careful of that and stuff. And on top of that, another thing too, to really further safeguard you, don't be putting the phones like that to your ear and stuff. A lot of the handsets you buy nowadays, like buy Samsung, you buy Apple, or any other of the handsets. I know BlackBerry still does it. They're coming with earphones now, wireless or wired or not, and that's what I use anyway. Because half the time, like I said, I don't like putting the phone to my ear. I don't like putting the handset to my ear, because you giving it, when you talking, you giving that, the radiation emits from that, and it goes right through your ear canal and stuff. Next thing you know, a few years from now, you might mess around and end up with a brain tumor. I don't want to see that and all that. I don't want to see my brothers and sisters become millionaires and billionaires and then have a brain tumor and stuff. So, invest your money. If you ain't got no earphones, headphones, nothing like that, invest your money and get you like a Bluetooth headphones and stuff like that. I got plenty of those. Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. Not near the crotch or the heart. And ladies, I see a lot of them be liking to put their phones like in their bosoms and shit like that. Some of them when they be at the clubs and all that stuff. Here's my recommendation to the ladies: if you got your purse with you, keep it out your chest areas, ladies. Got your purse with you, keep it in your purse. You know, that's the thing about with that. Or um, here's another thing too. Um, for the ladies and the fellas need to be mindful of this as well. Get yourself a smartwatch. Leave that phone in the glove compartment of your car, whether you out and about. You know what I'm saying? Because you can always have, if you got a smartwatch, like I got on right now, I got on my Gear S3 Frontier, and which is LTE. So therefore, any calls I get from my phone, they get forwarded toward here. Yeah, TJ, I recommend stop. Don't do it in your shirt pocket, right by your arm. Don't do it, man. You know, shoot, when you're doing your business, that phone is still heating up. Put it down for a few minutes, let it cool down, and then put it like in your pocket and keep it moving. Or just do like how some people do, buy a holster for it, a belt clip holster, and clip it on there and side like that, like they do peak guys who buy the OtterBox cases and stuff. That's what they do. And yeah, like Brother Dubian, I see the same thing. I see women all day with it next to their ears, you know, and they don't realize, So because the reason why, because it's an image thing. It's an image thing. They want us to look and sound important and feel important, but they don't realize that they also jeopardizing their health too. When it comes down to that, it's the same thing. When I'm right now, I'm sitting in front of a PC and all that. I have to sit far away from it because you know the radiation coming from the screen emits through that. It's the same thing too when I got the router here in the house and all that, the signal that comes from the Wi-Fi router, signal that comes from modem and then cell phone and so on like that. So, like I said, fellas, like I say, invest yourself into one of these smartwatches. Whether you got Android, get you one of them Gear watches from Samsung. They will work with any Android phone, and even an iPhone. They'll work with even an iPhone. And some of the guys, if you got an iPhone, get your Apple Watch, man. Get your Apple Watch. And yes, they got it in LTE now where they got cellular service. These are a lot of things. Yeah, of course, Deson, you got to factor a lot of this stuff in because your health, everybody's health is essential to this. As much as I love tech, as much as I love my devices, but guess what? I love my health even more. So it comes down to that. So when you talk on the phone, like, yeah, you know, speaker is all right, but at the same time, I don't want everybody all up in my business. Down here in Miami, D-Son, he could tell you this. You know, motherfucker, when I'm riding a train or whatever, man, I see a chick sitting like a few feet away from me. She conversating with her baby daddy on the phone via speaker. And I said, I don't even know her. But yet, though, we already knew within 3 minutes, we know everything about their business and stuff because you had it on speaker. So keep that private and get you some headphones, man. The headphones often come with the devices that you get nowadays. That's standard that comes with it. You know, keep your shit private and stuff. And see, with the wired headphones, to me, it's a lot better because you know they're wired, which is one thing I'm glad that Samsung decided to keep their headphone jacks inside their phones. Unlike Apple, who wanted to be revolutionary and say, "Oh, we're gonna do something nobody else ain't did. We taking the headphone jack out." Boy, I tell you, that was just about as retarded as Donald Trump's hair. That was about as retarded as Donald Trump's hair when Apple did that. Why the hell you go take you take the headphone jack out? Now you got to go ahead and pay for a dongle that costs $20. And then you got to use the headphone jack, what you get, the headphones that you came with, to go ahead and plug it in there and stuff. Man, you gonna look retarded walking around with that. A dongle. That's like walking around, that's like a dildo for your iPhone. That's like a dildo for an iPhone. Yes. Yes. And then what's even worse, what Apple does, they get these stupid, what they call AirPods or something like that, that hang right below, beyond your earlobe or your ears. And I'm gonna be serious on one thing. That's also dangerous as well because see the silver tips at the end of them earpods, those emit radiation too. They emit radiation too, and that radiation going directly into your neck, therefore affecting your medulla oblongata as well as your cerebellum. But this is something Apple didn't tell you that. Okay, people went and paid $150 for those things. issue with your head for a couple years. Uh, oh, see, that's what it was. Yeah, just stop using that and you'll be fine, brother Dubia. Also, buy you some natural almonds too. That'll get rid of a lot of the headaches. This is the dangers that we living in with these radiations and stuff. Because now you know you're gonna have the handsets that's gonna come out. The screens are going to be bigger. They're gonna have like 100% ratio where the front of it is just basically, excuse me, excuse me, are basically going to be um, are just going to be damn near bezel-less. No, Tanner, uh, well, he got that though, but it's primary. I'll let him tell you. Oh yeah, yeah, not just radio airwaves either. You know, which is more the reason why I say, you know, we got to take a break from out of tech world, take a break from social media, take a break from the triple X rated stuff online and everything. Because see, nowadays, not like everything, like you know, it's also declining a lot of our kids' health or whatever, and a lot of our health do as well. Because mostly everything you want is right here online and stuff. You know, I still remember back in the day when we were growing up, like we meet a girl or something like that, you know, we meet them like this. We didn't meet them online or nothing. And just to go ahead and having sex with them, that's the main. That was the main conquest, and so on like that. No, that too. Stop drinking distilled water. Alkaline spring water is better. That balances your pH levels. Therefore, fights off a lot of that stuff. Even when I go in these Arab stores, you know, and buy water, I make sure I buy the Zephyr Hills. That's spring water. Never buy distilled water. If it costs 99 cents, look at the label of it. I guarantee you it's purified or distilled. Not buy it. Spring water only. Whether it's Zephyr Hills or Fiji. Anyway, but that's another thing too. You know, get back to nature, and you know, you gotta have that balance. Go outside. You know what I'm saying? Um, you know, either like whether you go to the beach or whatever like that, and you know, um, you ain't even got to jump in the ocean or nothing like that though. But you know, just chill there by the beach and watch the waves crashing in on the shoreline or whatever like that. You know, take in a lot of that nature and all that. Because you know, despite all the technology we just surrounded with, you're not going to survive the true technology, and that's nature. I mean, that's not going to beat it. Period. Because I mean, look at it now. Look at it. Look what we're going at now. It's not. They want to have us entwined into it so much, where now you even got these goddamn sex dolls out. I never heard that, TJ. Saying too much alkaline is bad for you. Exactly. Going outside increases your energy levels because when the sun is out and all that, the sun activates the melanin in you and stuff. You know, protons, neutrons, electrons, and all that that create the carbon. Carbon creates melanin. So got to go out there, like let you, like I said, you got kids, man. Instead of them being at home all the time inside, being on the Xbox and all sort of shit like that, man, let them go outside, let them run around, let them get dirty, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We come down to it. Thing kind of too. Yeah, exactly. Dick Gregory, may he rise in power. Yeah, he said drink energy, drink spring water. Period. I do all the time. I do all the time. I'm in my yard. You know, get out there, be in tune with nature. Go out there, meditate, man. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. Also, at the same time, like also too. Here's another recommendation. Try to look into some crystals that can go ahead and absorb a lot of the radiation and a lot of energy. I was at a place down here we got on the beach called the Ninth Chakra. Peace to Dr. Sebi. May he rise in power. And that's who I learned from. Um, at the place, it's a place down by the beach here called the Ninth Chakra. I buy a lot of stuff from them. How do you meditate? Well, besides the fact, just um, you can meditate anywhere as long as the area is peace and quiet and still. You just close your eyes and you ain't gotta do no fancy to me. This is me. You ain't gotta do no like fancy little sit down or whatever like that. And you just meditate. You meditate, breathe in through your nose, breathe out through your mouth. You got people out here that's breathing through their damn mouth. And then they wonder why they get sick. You breathe through your nose. That's why your nose hairs filters out all the bacteria and germs that's out there in the air. And you breathe out through your mouth. You know? But that's how you meditate. You practice your breathing as long as you're in a quiet and serene spot. But also too, D-Son can tell you every time to the beach, besides the fact that I work on the beach, on my day off or whatever like that. And I got crystals with me as well. But the crystals you want for the radiation, the ninth chakra has a lamp called Himalayan salt. Himalayan salt. You and it was pretty big too. It's like a lamp, but it's pure, made out of that pure crystal of Himalayan salt. It soaks up, absorb a lot of the radio waves and radiation that comes from mobile devices and stuff like that. And that's better for you because it keeps your head clear. It clearing your mind, negative thoughts, stuff like South Truth just said it like that. Negative thoughts out of there. People have different ways of meditation. Few cats I know, some brothers I know who got Harley Davidsons, and I'm a Harley guy myself. They get on their Harleys and they ride all the way down, whether it's up to Orlando or all the way down to Key West. Yes, sir. Dantana know what I'm talking about. Pink Himalayan salt. Let's see if I can find it. How long does it take for you to be in the meditative state? That's to me. That's gonna be up to you. As long as you want it to be. Journey. When you meditate, the journey is mostly inward. Descent and stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing when it comes down to that. And Himalayan salt lamps, they're also natural stress relievers too. But they do absorb a lot of the radiation and energy that emits from the devices though. And it also improves indoor air quality as well. But that's my recommendation with, yeah, you have to do that. You have to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's how, because think about it, with all these idiots spraying them chemtrails in the air and all this other stuff like that, they doing that stuff on purpose and everything, therefore getting you sick, and you end up having to go to a pharmacy in the hospital, keeping big pharma in business and stuff. And they ain't gonna give you stuff to cure you. They just gonna give you stuff that make you even more worse and keep on coming back for more. When you know, when Mother Earth is already providing everything for us to be get to prevent us from getting sick and try to get like more iron in your system and stuff. Now you can buy these salt lamps from either Walmart, you can go to Amazon and get them and all that, but just make sure that they natural, the natural Himalayan salt, not no imitation ones or whatever. And also get into crystals too, man. I might leave a list like that. It's a reason why I like to wear. I carry crystals on me and stuff like that. Or shoot, you could wear like a crystal necklace like that, you know, or something like that. Just look at recently, our boy, me and Tanner's boy, Waka Flocka. Waka Flocka, he got rid of all his bling. He melted all his jewelry, sold all his whips, everything. So guess what? He owned that. He owned that tip. You know, yeah, a mini garden yacht that does it too. But see, like for me, I um got here. I got like my feng shui mirror. I have that facing east, so therefore it only draws in positivity. And I got a Buddha figurine as well. Buddha figurine statue, and yeah, brother Nubian, I'm 49. You know, yeah, we both the same age. Yeah, both 49. Yeah, I don't even want that junk on me. Like, man, that was back sound all that like during the days of they had their time during the bling bling era and all this other stuff like that. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what's gonna happen though. Hey, 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 hey. That's not old. I'm better. I know D-Son, he just joking. He 21 though, so like I said, you know, but he young, but he's intuitive though. That's why I just cut up off of this. Oh, really, TJ? Well, at least none of us ain't old and decrepit like some of the caucus stains are. Yeah, but that's the thing when it comes down to it. Like I say, like even one of my buddies, man. I was trying to get in contact with him. He said he left his phone off for a few days and all that to break away from it and stuff. It's also the same time too. We break away from like social media sites like Facebook, here, YouTube, things like that. So, and I think we got to have that balance and stuff like that because you don't want your whole life revolving around technology and stuff like that. Instead of talking to that chick via online, man, meet her up somewhere and all that. Go out on a date with her. Enjoy some of the best things out there, man. Enjoy the real world and shit. Because like I say, sometimes in this matrix, man, we have to learn how to unplug, man. We have to learn how to unplug. But let me just go ahead and do a recap of everything that what we were talking about. Um, like the hot devices we coming out of 2018, February 26th. Make sure you be here on YouTube Live as they gonna broadcast it live from the Mobile World Congress. Um, I know Brother Dubian, they gonna have it, the S9 and the S9 Plus. So probably see some screenshots on there. They're gonna be for it, and then you got the Note 9, you got the iPhone 10, the the iPhone 10 Plus, the iPhone 9, 9 Plus maybe, and some other in between handsets. But right now, those gonna be the hottest ones in the game right now. And the apps like that you can use to ensure your privacy. Once again, for emails, Proton Mail, highly recommended. For Texas, Signal, highly recommended. You can also do voice calls over that if the other party has Signal too, and I can call them via encrypted phone calls. Um, for cloud apps, OneDrive and Spider Oak. Spider Oak only gonna give you like 2 gigs free, but you can get like 250 gigs for $5 a month. It's worth it. It'll secure everything. It will not leak it like iClouds would. Or better yet, you go to Best Buy or whatever, if you got home internet, and buy you a MyCloud storage device. They got them in different terabytes from 2 to maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 terabytes. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, and for search engine, don't use Google, use DuckDuckGo. You know, so that's my whole recommendation when it comes to that because I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna cut this live stream real short. And oh yeah, on top of that, yeah, man. Also, I'm just gonna look up for y'all what apps you could use. We can use on there for technology, so that can use that for our economic advantage as well as we already explained we're really heavy into the dangers of the radiation from these devices and what you need to do. You got to break away from it sometimes and stuff. Put that smartphone down. um, Walk away from that Xbox, turn off that TV. Hey, read a book, go out somewhere, man. You know what I'm saying? Take a stroll at the park and chill somewhere like that. Go to a park like public park that's near the bay or something. You can just sit there and relax. You know what I'm saying? Take in everything around you and stuff. birds chirping, watch squirrels run around the park and all that, gathering nuts and watching them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know, in other words, like D-Son say, be human. You know, instead of like going ahead and chatting with a chick or trying to meet a chick online through what, plenty of fish or fling and all that. Go market or you walking down the street and meet a chick and all that stuff or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you play your cards right, shit, who knows? She probably might be able to let you smash. Give or take, it depends. Balls in her court or whatever. That's how that do. Things like that, and more importantly, you know, try to get back in tune with nature, because us as a indigenous peoples of the planet, you know, that's what we need to be trying to do. Because trust me, the Europeans, the foreigners, they're not the colonizers. They're not trying to do that. They're trying to integrate themselves with technology. Look what's they going on now. They trying to integrate themselves by planting microchips in themselves, a cybernetic arm. You know, they're trying to be like Steve Austin, man, $6 million man, trying to be bionic. You know, hell, and I'm gonna tell you what they're doing right now. They're trying to transfer their entire essence into technology. You seen this on Gargoyles? You know, the Disney cartoon Gargoyle. D-Son is in my territory. He's in Florida, South Florida, where I'm at, in Miami. Well, believe it or not, TJ, telephone booths are still around and they're still relevant. And some people still got landlines. But the thing is about it, you know, just unplug from the matrix once in a while. Meditate, be human, man. Be a natural person. We ain't trying to be artificial. Yeah, of course, books gonna end up being illegal. Because I'll tell you like that. Look what's going on around right now, man. You used to have you could it was back in the wild, you could go to a Barnes and Noble bookstore or a Borders bookstore. Now you can't even find none of them around anymore. That's the thing about with that. But we have to start going ahead and getting back to that right now, because as far as the European, Mother Earth, Gaia is already cleansing herself and purging herself of these parasites. And we got to start getting ready and going ahead and reclaim and be ascended right back to that throne, the throne of love, um, on this planet. Because see, what you're looking at right now is the return of the Moors, and that's us. You know, return of the original peoples, of the rightful peoples. Now, a few of my brothers that's Hebrew Israelites, a few of my brothers that are RBG, Garveyites, NOI, NGE, well, y'all Rastafari, you know, run with Selassie. Hey, you know what I'm saying? We still family. So it's gonna be like that. But like I said, we're just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end this right now. I gotta get up in the morning. So I just wanted to go ahead and not decide to wait for Sister Wiseman. Make sure she gets on this. So anybody that wants to look at this, they'll be able to look at that too as well. So with that said, family, I'm glad TJ, Brother Nubian, Deson, Dantana, thank you for stopping through so much to come through with that. Sister Wiseman, Annie K, Devoid, all y'all that came through on the live stream. With that said, it's the one and only, this the narrator of truth, peace, freedom, justice. No more talk, peace and love. I'm out.